What's going on, my aristocrats? I hope you're doing well today. It's a very nice Sunday morning, as you can see. Very cloudy, unfortunately. But today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. So there's been a YouTuber in the NoFap community known as Hamza. He's he's been in the self-improvement community for quite some time. He's got a pretty big channel. He talks about a variety of different topics, from NoFap to self-improvement to game to all of this kind of stuff. And today I'm just going to talk about some of my agreements and my disagreements with him. So overall, I love the guy's channel. I think that his channel is great. I think that it's very helpful. I've certainly learned a lot from his lessons and from his channel in general, from all of the videos and topics that he talks about. And in fact, I got to give Hamza a little bit of credit, because he is actually the one who inspired me to make this channel. So I got to give him some credit there. But there are also quite a few things that I disagree with him on. So in this video, I'm just going to unpack all of that. So in terms of my agreements with him, he once spoke about the decay of society and how that's being brought about. And he brought up a very good point in this regard. One of the things that he brought up was the fact that a big reason as to why our society is failing and as to why it's inevitably going to collapse is because of the fact that 80% of the women are chasing 20% of the men. It's unfortunately a reality of our current society, and that's going to leave 80% of men, or roughly 80% of men, without a partner, or without some kind of guarantee of having a family in the future. Meanwhile, in the past, there was always some sort of guarantee, or a lot more of a possibility, that you were going to have a family, that you were going to have a wife and kids, and that you were going to have a home and resources to feed your family with, and all of that kind of stuff. But in more recent times, it's become less and less of a possibility, or less and less of a probability. And Hamza is certainly right about this, because reproduction is a basic human need. Reproduction is, honestly, let's be honest with ourselves, it's what we think about all the time as men. We think about reproduction. Otherwise, we would not be here watching this video, or in my case, making this video. We would not be on NoFap. We would not be on self-improvement, because the root of everything, let's be honest, guys, is sex. The root, it's literally the root cause of why we're here. It's literally the root cause of why we're trying to improve ourselves. Yeah, you can say that it's for the improvement of your life as well and everything, but I mean, of course, let's be honest, we have that goal of having a wife, having children, having a family, having all of these things. But now, due to the fact that a lot of men do not have access to that anymore, we're at a point in our society in which these men who don't have that may bring down society themselves, because they obviously, if they don't have access to that basic need to reproduce, they'll burn the society down themselves, or they won't care if it falls. And honestly, who can blame them? Another thing that I really agree with Hamza on is his approach to NoFap. Because he said in one of his videos that I saw the other day, I forgot which one precisely, but it was his strategy on how to succeed on NoFap. And his strategy was very different from everybody else's strategy, in the sense that it was very incremental as opposed to focusing on day counts. Most NoFap YouTubers will focus on day counts. They'll be like, okay, just try to get to 10 days, or try to get to like 20 days, 30 days, try to get to that 90-day streak. But no, Hamza's approach is a little bit different. He says, no, if you're really addicted to fapping, if you're really addicted to porn, if you're addicted to all that stuff, slowly minimize your consumption of those things per month, and focus more upon it on a monthly basis. Say, oh, if I'm jacking off 30 times or 40 times this month, then this month I'm going to jack off 20 times. This month I'm going to jack off 15 times. This month I'm going to fap 10 times or 5 times. And that's his approach to incrementally lowering your consumption of these materials and of these sources of pleasure. And that's one thing that I certainly agree with him on. It's not the approach that I took. I took the typical day count approach. I took the typical NoFap approach that most YouTubers talk about. However, if you are really addicted, I think that Hamza's method would work for you. So that is certainly something that he's right about. And the third thing that I really agree with him on is the drive, or rather the promotion of the creation of self-improvement channels. He's made a string of recent videos in regards to this, in regards to us, his viewers and everything, creating NoFap channels or self-improvement channels, because he wants this community to grow. Now, there's a lot of YouTubers in this community who are all about the money, who are all just about selling you stuff and all that kind of stuff. And he does that to a certain extent, and I don't blame him for that. However, I think he's genuine because of the fact that he wants this community to grow. He wants he wants us to make our channels. He wants us to put out NoFap content and self-improvement content and all that kind of stuff, all about discipline and all motivation and all this kind of stuff. But now onto my disagreements with him. So he made a video recently about I gotta stop having casual sex. And I agree with that video. I certainly do. I do agree that he needs to minimize his consumption of that. But I remember in another video of his a while back, it was before that video, it was he had made a reference to sleeping with another man's girlfriend, raising your testosterone or something. I don't know if that was a joke. It might have been. But if it wasn't, that is one big thing that I disagree with him on. Because this community, it's all about lifting people up. It's all about building people into the best version of themselves and making themselves the best version of themselves that they can be. It's a part of the reason why I'm practicing making these videos, because with each video, I get better, I get more articulate, I get more practice in regards to putting out this kind of content. And it's why we're all watching these kinds of videos, because we want to improve ourselves. We want to improve the way that we do NoFap. We want to improve our lives in general, our mood, our mental health. That's a big one. And that's another big thing that I agree with Hamza on, his focus on mental health. But I mean, sleeping with another man's girlfriend is not going to improve anybody's mental health or mental well-being. In fact, it's going to drive them to suicide. And for some people, that happens, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess another thing that I could say that I disagree with him on is the amount of casual sex that he has. He has admitted that he's trying to lower this consumption. He has admitted that he is addicted and that it's a bad thing, and that's good. It's a good thing that he's telling us this. It's a good thing that he's telling us that it's a bad thing. But I remember in some of his previous videos, and like from years ago, or 1 year ago rather, that he would kind of promote this behavior and all that. But it's good to see that he's changed. So overall, I can say that I mostly agree with the content that he puts out. I can mostly agree that he's been a positive influence on the community. I can mostly agree that he's certainly been encouraging others to have more confidence in themselves and to make content such as this, to create their own channels, to do all this sort of stuff. And for that, I really appreciate all that he's been doing. You know, one day I would actually really love to have him on here. I'd love to have a call with him or whatnot. We'll make a video out of it, hopefully. But yeah, one of these days we'll try to get that done. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be good as always. Stay disciplined, stay motivated, stay productive, and I'll see you on the next one.